Welcome to I Love the Library. I'm Mary Haney, Director of the Detroit Lakes Public Library, and we have a very special edition of I Love the Library today because we have a very special guest. I am so pleased to introduce you to author Lauraine Snelling. Lauraine is the author of many, many wonderful books which go in and out of this library as fast as they can. It's hard to find them on the shelf.
That really breaks my
heart. They go
heart.
in and out. And many people in this area are fans of Lauraine's work. In particular, I have to say, your Red River of the North series. Everybody wants to know Ingeborg.
I know.
Or has a grandma named Ingeborg, or who is Ingeborg, or a
is named
great-grandmother.
Ingeborg themselves.
Yes, yeah. So you're here to speak to us today,
yes.
But you also, I understand, have 2 new books coming out.
I do.
Why don't you tell us about your new books?
Okay. Well, the one that I'm talking about in the library today is Wake the Dawn. And that's my latest contemporary, and it is set in the on the northern Minnesota border. But when I first started planning the book, or not planning the book, books come in different ways.
Okay.
And this one came in an extremely unusual way, and we'll be talking about that later. But it's a Border Patrol story.
Oh,
and
fun.
I have friends in the Border Patrol. And I've wanted to do one. And so anyway, it came about wonderfully. And that is out now, and that's the one we'll be talking about today.
Okay.
And I am so proud of that book, and I love that book. And I think everyone else is going to wonder if that town is going to make it or not.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it will be available in the library, but I also know that Book World here in Detroit Lakes will be carrying it, and I'm pretty certain Zambros and Fargo will be carrying it. As
oh, yeah,
I'm sure
they already
Barnes
have
and Noble,
it. They already have
Amazon,
Wake the Dawn.
They all have it. So you can buy it and enjoy it, or you can check it out at the library.
Yes.
So is it set in a fictional town or a real town?
It is. It's up on the border, the Rosso area,
Okay.
right around in that. But I usually don't use a real town
Okay.
unless I know that town very, very well. But it's in that area. And
Shoot, Detroit Lakes won't be in a future book.
well, you know,
Not literally, anyway.
You never know. Yeah, I didn't know about that one either. So you just never know.
Okay.
And it's not North Dakota, so you know. Everybody
Well,
keeps saying, Lauraine, aren't you ever going to get out of North Dakota? Well, I did.
that's
I've gone
because
to
everybody
Minnesota
loves
and
blessing
to
so much.
South Dakota. Come on, what more do you want?
Sure.
So,
Yeah, well, my 2 favorites actually are Blessing and, of course, the series set in Medora.
Of
I
course.
love to go to Medora. But
Ruby is one of my favorites,
also,
too.
I also love the Minnesota border country, so I can't wait to read that. The title again is?
The title on that one is Wake the Dawn.
Okay.
You know, and there's several other books that I've done in Minnesota. One Perfect Day is set down on south of, right in the Savage area.
Oh, too far south.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I
no.
apologize.
Too close to Iowa.
And Reunion is set near Uppsala.
Oh, okay.
So yes, I'm doing my best for Minnesota also.
Okay. Well,
And this year coming out now in the next month is a children's book again, No Ordinary Owl, in the Save Squad series, and then at the same time, about the same time, which is Nutsy. My historical pioneer Christmas stories are coming out, and that's an anthology with 8 other writers.
okay.
And
that'll
they're
be
great
great.
stories.
I'm sure that'll be in high demand.
And guess where mine is set? North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Of course, because that's the part I know the best.
Well, North Dakota celebrates Christmas very well.
Yes, they do. They do.
Okay. So why didn't you tell us about your other new book?
This is
Another
one.
new book.
I'm so excited about this book. I don't know how many hundreds of people have said to me, what was Ingeborg's life like before she came to America? And my standard reply before I write a book is, I don't know, because I really don't. And so this book has been in the hopper for quite a while, as I was hoping I would get to Norway before I wrote it.
Can I hold it for you?
You certainly, here I have with the wrong side out. But yesterday we were at Bethany, and there on the counter, when I walked in, was this book, An Untamed Heart. And it just came the day before, and so I got to be there to receive this book, and I am so grateful. I love
Well,
this.
I have to admit, I have long wondered about the gap between Roald being married to someone else, and then all of a sudden he shows up in America with on the boat with Ingeborg.
I know.
Like, how did that happen?
And
so I guess
let me tell you, when I was trying to figure out how it all happened, it took some real doing, because that you just don't know. And when you're trying to fit it in with all of these other pieces, it got really interesting when I was writing it. But this is Ingeborg with the mountains and the fjords, and an old house, and
So is
I
the setting for this
just-
one entirely Norway?
Yes,
Okay.
it is. It is all
Oh,
prequel.
that'll be wonderful. Well,
It
we'll
will
look
be.
forward to having that
An
in the
Untamed
library
Heart,
and
it's
in
the
bookstores.
story of Ingeborg.
And it'll be out when?
This is, well, it will, the bookstores will probably be getting it in the next few weeks.
Okay.
We're doing a major release at Höstfest, October 2nd and 5th.
Okay.
In Minot, North Dakota, the big Scandinavian
Wonderful.
festival.
Well, thank you, Lauraine. I'm so glad you could be here with us
Well,
today.
Mary, thank you, and wow, what a library.
Thank you. We'll see you again on I Love the Library.